Hey everybody, welcome to Yeah Buddy. Today I'm going to show you how to put your window air conditioning unit in your window. That's right, we're going to go through the full installation. I'm going to open the box. I just got it in the mail yesterday, and I'm going to pop it in this window right here. Let me show you. Right here. I left for the summer and was going to do this installation when I got back, and I've had quite a few comments since then of folks saying, hey, yeah buddy, can you show me how to do the full installation? Can you show me how to actually put the window air conditioning unit in your window? So that's what we're going to do today. All right, before we get into it too much, I'm going to show you what tools I think we're going to probably need to do the installation, and some of them might be optional, but we'll really find out when we get into it. So I typically have my DeWalt drill on handy, on hand, with probably just a normal Phillips drill bit. Might need something else, maybe a drill. Get a Leatherman or some other sort of multi-tool where you have a couple different screwdriver options and pliers. And then a hammer. You can't ever really go wrong with a hammer. So as you can see, it is heavy. This is only a 6,000 BTU unit, and I probably have a really messy room that's probably 200, 300 square feet. I thought about doing a 5,000 BTU, but was afraid it was going to be a little too small. All right, let's open it up and see what we got. The last time I did one of these, it came in a lot of little parts, so it was really a pain to put together. And this one's actually packaged really well because we have the box still on there. Okay, let me get it outside the box and we'll check back in. Okay, you can see it's got these really strong nylon straps. All right, so here we go. We got the knife, and if you don't have a knife, I'm sure scissors will work sufficiently, but the knife should do the trick in this case. And I'm also going to need to probably cut open the case. Be careful so that you don't cut yourself. Always cut open boxes away from your body, and be careful as you slice into here because there might be something in there. It's funny, it says do not tip. When I opened the box, it was completely upside down, so it clearly did get tipped. Probably not a big deal. It just means all the coolant inside probably got all jostled around, and so it will take a little bit of while for it to get to max cooling ability after I get it set up. All right, so as I suspected, it came in a lot of little parts. It's going to be a pain to kind of set up. I'm just going to throw some of them aside right now. Got a remote, really. I don't need a remote. The other one I just threw away. Looks like we have some weather stripping for the window. This is really nice. It helps cool down just a little bit extra. This just looks like some extra padding for something. I'll figure that out in a little bit. Okay, and then we have some of the main parts. Obviously the cord that you're going to need to plug into a window. And we've got these extension arms that I will show you in a minute how they go on to the actual air conditioning unit. I'll set those aside for a moment. Pull out some additional parts. It looks like it came together pretty well. Okay, this is an important part. You'll see in a little bit, but this will likely go on the top of the air conditioning unit, and it will kind of grip up against the window. Okay, let's crack her open and see what we got inside. This one was actually packed much better than the 14,000 BTU unit that I had. Silly enough, oftentimes when you find these air conditioners that have been shipped, the boxes has already been broken. So, yeah, you can usually just lift it up. Okay, so this was one of the Amazon specials. I'll just flash up what price I paid for this, but Energy Guide. It's an air conditioning unit. Looks like it's the least energy efficient. I'm not going to worry about too many of those instructions. I'm just going to take them off. But pretty basic unit. Looks like it's going to easily fit my window up there. Let's see. I've got some protective things that are on the side for some reason. I don't know what that was for. Remove this shipping block. Probably just to protect it so it didn't get all damaged. So we're going to slide the support arms in here on that side and in here on this side. And then on the top, we're gonna just screw in that piece that I already mentioned right on the top in these areas. So let's just start probably with the top. Important stuff here. We have what's called the top bracket. It's gonna sit just about like that. Important with the top bracket, at least in this unit, the screws came in the bag for the top bracket. So let's just get it on there. Because they're not very big screws, oh, that's nice, this came on there. They're not very big screws. I'm gonna probably just do them by hand. I don't want to strip the metal. So we'll probably just put them in by hand. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you. I'm gonna probably put it in fast forward for that. Well, maybe I'll do one and then I'll fast forward the rest of them. Let's grab it out. Put those there so you know where they are. Grab out your multi-tool here. Find your, a regular screwdriver will work just fine on these two, but we're just gonna do this. Make sure that the screws line up. And if this gets too hard this way, I will use the drill, but they're not very big. Just little guys. Just enough to get in there, looks like. Okay, that's pretty easy. Let's grab the other ones and rock and roll. Okay, so a little tip when you're putting the screws in, you're not going to want to screw them all in super tight at first. I just got them in, all 4 of them in kind of loose, and then tightened them up just tight enough where you could barely stop turning afterwards, so you don't strip the metal, strip the screw or anything like that. All right, let's go to the next step. All right, this next step is a little difficult since you have to tilt the machine up a little bit. So I would recommend tilting it up so it's kind of at an angle, because you're going to want to put in your arms here, your first arm, and whether it's right or left first, it doesn't matter. Just got to put it on the correct side so it's right. This one actually has instructions right as it faces you, but you know what you're going to need to do is make sure that this inside flap locks in to this section on the side. I'm going to do that right now, and I might have to do some adjustments. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. My guess is that you got to slide it in first. Probably not going to break it unless it's really cold or something strange. Did I get it? Yeah, I think so. So I think I got it. And then you'll just want to slide it on in. Okay, so I think it's sufficiently in all of those. Now I'm going to switch over to the other side. So the difficulty with the other side is you're not going to want to rest everything on this piece of plastic or it's probably going to break. So you got to be a little bit careful. Let me show you how I would do it. I just pick it up and put it like this if I can. And be careful, these are super heavy. If you're not feel like you're not strong enough or you're gonna throw out your back, make sure you got a buddy to do that with, or you could definitely hurt yourself. Okay, this one, left side, I know that it's kind of swiveled around, so it's different now. But again, make sure that this is, I'm probably blocking your view here, but make sure that, that slides in each of the, ooh, that's so nice, that worked out well. And then put it in there. Okay, so now we've got our arms put in real nice on this machine. Okay, the next step is going to be to toss it up in the window. I'll be right back. If you're high up like me, you're going to need to install, I'm on the 6th floor of a New York apartment building, you're going to need to install a window AC bracket, and I actually have a video on just how to do that. Check out that link right up above. You can check out how to install a window AC bracket or AC arm safely on your windowsill so it can, you know, just support some of the weight of that, that bracket. Now, just as an interlude, let's just check out some views. Excellent. All right. We got the George Washington Bridge. All right, let's set up this AC now. now we're gonna get to the fun part. We're gonna grab this AC unit, put it in the window, and normally I would recommend doing this with a friend, but I guess I don't have any friends. So let's make sure you lift with your legs. And if you need a brake, just set it on the windowsill. Make sure all the extraneous stuff is out of the way and not getting caught. Your arms are flapping. Double check your equipment. Yeah, this one's fine. So we're gonna just slowly lift it. So I'm going to tip this so you can see it. There's a lip on the bottom in between these bracket pieces and the window that allow it to kind of nestle into the window a little bit. But I am just double checking because it looks like it should go out just a little bit further, I think. Like right here seems to be where it should actually be, so that your bracket arms can open and close efficiently. But you're not done until you can kind of get this window down. So you want to make sure that you've got a firm hold on your equipment. And so since this is a smaller unit, it's not a big deal. But a bigger unit, you'll definitely want to buddy. Okay. So I have the window behind this upside bracket. And so that it should be sufficiently in the window to allow me to put a screw in. So let's just toss this in. There we go. Notice when it goes through, you need to usually apply a little bit of pressure to get it in. On these windows, since mine are metal, you do have to apply some pressure to get it to go in. There we go. All right, woohoo! Click, click, click. Okay, you might be thinking this is a strange camera view, but what I have here is some weather stripping. What that's gonna help with is right on the top of this windowsill, if my head isn't cut out of the frame, you'll need to put this foam in, and that's going to help, you know, in the winter time or the well, I guess in the summertime. But if you choose to leave these in the winter time, it'll help, you know, keep a more constant temperature. It's not going to allow as much air and stuff to get in. So just take the big wadding part, shove it down in the crack, just like this, create kind of a weather barrier. And there we go. Shove it down in there. Get yourself on a chair or something. And then I'm supposed to cut off that end with something. Like that. That works. Alright, they did also give me this weather seal, which you can use to plug up any additional gaps. And it's just kind of a sticky stuff. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to go. But there's a pretty big air gap right here between the side arms and the unit, and that's where a lot of dust and debris can blow in on your windowsill, and also, you know, hot air can get in. So I am gonna just try this out and see how it goes. I might not like it, but we'll just give it a whirl. Woo! Sticky. So let's just put that there. And maybe I'll put some down here. It looks like a disaster. I don't really like it, but hopefully it'll protect a little bit more. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Gaps in the very bottom corners here that I didn't see at first. You see this? That little guy. We're going to patch up that little guy. And there's another one over here. Wow, what ugly finish work. But it did, the machine did come with these parts, and what I'm gonna do
is secure it down in the bottom by putting a screw in there just so it keeps it secure. Okay, I've seen a number of ways to do this, but we've got my screw, and I'm gonna use a drill to drill a small hole so that it's easier to get this in. And how I choose them, it's probably hard to see. I find a drill that's probably just slightly smaller than the screws. This one is probably a little bigger than I'd like. I'd like to see a little bit more of the body of the screw, but I don't have a smaller one, so this is just gonna have to do. Full drill power, and I'm gonna push this window over as far as I can. And I'm gonna put a little hole in there. Woo! All right, got it. Success. Got a little bit better of a spot to put that hole. Should be much easier. Woohoo! Should be. Isn't. What? Oh, frick. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna need 2 hands on this bad boy. I see. All right. Woo. Okay, we got it in. Oh, and there's still a damn little hole. All right. Better luck on the next side, huh? Awesome. Okay, well, it's gonna stop it from rattling. Let's try the other side. Okay, this side, I didn't actually have another metal part. So I guess I had to think a little bit outside the box, which was putting a hole in the plastic and just pivoting it all the way over. So let's see how this one works out. Okay, squared away. Hopefully I didn't break the plastic on that one, but that's in there now, that's for sure. And now we have a little bit of gap here, so you just kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. That was a little bit of work. Probably took me, I don't know, 30 minutes at most, but I've done a number of these, so if I would imagine for you that it's probably going to take an hour if you haven't done this before, or a little bit more if you need some help, or don't have the proper tools to do the job. Of course, I've got, all the stuff that I need to do this. I'm going to plug it in right now, but before I do that, I want to mention one more thing that I think I didn't mention when I was putting it in, is that when you do put it in, you'll want to make sure that the air conditioner has got like a slight decline going out, and usually you set that up on your bracket. Your bracket should go down just a little bit, so that when the water and stuff fills up inside the air conditioning unit on the drip pan, it doesn't start dripping into your bedroom or wherever else you have the AC unit. That did happen with one of my units for a number of years, and then I figured out how to fix that. So if you want to look in the another video that I have is how to fix a leaking air conditioner. It's going to pop up right there right now, so that's a good one to check out. It's got quite a few views. I'm surprised. It's kind of what kicked off my YouTube channel with a bunch of views, that and this Easy Pass video. But I'm going to do the moment we've all been waiting for, which is plug in the air conditioning unit. I'm going to strip off this first, so they don't have to do it later, so bear with me while I pull off this sweet protective layer, like opening up a Christmas present. But let's see. I mean, it should work. It's not like I need to do any electrical work here. Unfortunately, there is an outlet right by my window. By now, it should have had enough time to settle back where it needed to be, even though it was upside down for quite a while. So it should be able to cool just fine. So let's do that. It smells a little weird at first, I can tell you that, but it's blowing nice. Yeah. Heck yeah, man, this thing is awesome. So I'm gonna give this machine a yeah buddy right now. So thanks everybody for watching. Go ahead, take a moment, hit the like button if you like this video. Give me some comments if you have any other questions or want me to make any other videos about air conditioning units or anything else. And please do subscribe to this video and share if you want to see more how-to videos such as this one. Yeah, buddy.